I've always been a loner. I've always been an awkward kid who daydreamed a lot. You know, I'm like a clairvoyant. I'm like, my head is in the clouds. I fantasize a lot. And I'm okay with that. I know that about myself. It's healthy. So when I do have like pain or trauma, my escapisms are always with fantasy. And that's where I go to make myself feel happy. You gotta stand up and fight. You gotta stand up.
What up? I just landed in Miami. I got like a day layover here. Not a day, but I fly out of Miami tonight to head to Paris. I chose Miami because my bro out here, I ain't seen him in a minute, so I was like, all right, let me do a layover in Miami. I get to spend a day with him, and we could kick it. You know, I ain't seen him since last year. I ain't seen him this year. He went to work today. He's supposed to take off. We're supposed to kick it. But I also ain't want to be the reason to tell him to take off, you know? So I'm like, he get off at 6. That give us like an hour and a half, maybe 2, really an hour and a half max to make something happen. But yeah, we're gonna try to make something happen. I'm probably gonna run over to like the design district, brick or whatever, some of the stores, all that. So yeah, welcome to Miami. Phone? Phone?
Hablate, sério.
Good day, bro.
Thank you, bro.
Bro, I haven't been to Miami since COVID. I've been to Miami since 2021. I think it look beautiful. Or is it just me? I look beautiful too. I guess it's both of us, right? I'm in the design district right now. Just about to hit some stores. This is where I just left out of. They got like a collaboration going on with the Met. They had a lot of interior design. They had good customer service too. I'm big on that. You know, when you go into an establishment and like just how they treat you, what type of attention they give you. Cause I got a do-rag on my head, I'm just being honest. And I ain't taking the do-rag off right now. Even though my braids, they killing, I'm preserving them. Oh, I'm about to go in here. Store called Market. Bro, the world's so small. I was just in this store called Market. It's crazy, as big as the world is, the world's still small. But anyway, I was just ran into this dude who was in the store. It was called Market. It was a cool store. They had a nice assortment of clothes. And he just complimented me on my fit and was telling me how much he loved my outfit and the shoes. And we just started small talking. We just small talking. And he wanted my opinion on some shoes, which ones he should get. And come to find out randomly, he from Houston. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, of course I'm from Houston. And he from Houston, he just came in from Europe, just landed in Miami doing some shopping with his dad. And I'm from Houston and I'm headed to Paris. And I just landed in Miami and I'm in, you know what I'm saying? It's just crazy, like, but yeah, cool. I love the design district. First time I came to Miami, this was the #1 thing on my list. Louis stuff. Oh, you from Miami? I'm at this place called FM Kitchen. I don't know, I just be trying to find restaurants that are places to eat that stick to the program.
Please return to your seat.
already getting down on me.
You okay?
Yo, I got another phone too. Check this one.
Okay.
But I need a deal for both though. I'm not that green. Alright y'all, what's up? This video just took a weird turn. Long story short, I lost my camera in Paris. It fell out of my pocket at a restaurant, and I went back to the restaurant the next day, and they told me that they let somebody else take it. They didn't know whose it was. I don't even want to get into it. I felt the way for sure, but I ain't want to let that ruin my trip. Yeah, we here. What I'm gonna do right here is I'm gonna like talk about my experience. I'm gonna talk about my experience, talk about my trip, and I'm gonna clip like certain little stuff that I recorded on my phone. We here, and we gonna make the best of it, cause can't nothing get in the way of this. Where do I want to start first? One, that was the longest flight I had ever done. I never flew like that far. That was an experience in itself. I'm a rookie. I landed in Paris and my phone wasn't working. So the first thing I did was I had to figure out how to get my phone working. While I'm walking to a phone store, I end up seeing another one. I just go in there, the dude sells me a SIM card. So with the SIM card, I just get internet service. Like I can't use my number, you can't call me or nothing, but I could get on social media and I could use WhatsApp. So for me, I'm just like, bro, that's enough for me. Like, I'm out here, I'm not trying to be on the phone talking to people from back home and stuff. Only if I could call my mama and tell her I'm good, text on WhatsApp, and I'm good. Everybody else, I'll talk to them when I get back. But once I got my phone situated, I ended up going to dinner by myself. And that was like, Paris is different. You know, I'm big on like respecting people's culture. So I'm going places and I'm just trying to like figure out how to navigate, you know, and how things go. So I was going to some restaurants, and when I was getting in the restaurant, I'm like walking in and nobody coming to like greet me. You know, in America, you go to a restaurant, it's host at the front, they greet you, somebody gonna seat you, all of that. It was just different. Like I'm going to restaurants and everybody just looking at me standing there, and I'm seeing people sitting down. I'm like, do I go sit down? I don't want to be rude and just like, oh, hey, this American dude just walked in and like just went and sat down like without, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be that guy, but I'm also like, nobody's coming to help me. So it was one restaurant I just kind of stood in for a little while, and it got super awkward. So I was just like, yeah, I'm out of here. I walked out, and there's another restaurant across the street. I walked across the street, and it was the same thing. So I was like, okay, I was like, let me go the extra mile. So I walked to like somebody in the restaurant. I was like, hey, I want to sit. I want to eat. And they was like, okay, feel free to sit wherever you want to sit. And I was like, okay. So it's good vibes. Maybe I'm just supposed to see myself. So I picked that up. And I went to a Thai restaurant. I had some pad Thai. It was good. And so I'm sitting there and I'm thinking like, okay, they're going to come bring me the bill. You know, I'm going to pay my bill and all of that. And that was another learning experience because you kind of like get up and go pay. That's the thing. Like you go pay if they have like a service area, you go pay at the bar or whatever, then you leave. And it's kind of like an honest culture, you know? I don't think that would work in America because people will be just dining and dashing. But yeah, I had to go pay, and they didn't have an option for me to tip, you know? And that was kind of different because people want to be tipped for everything in America, so they don't have like a tip culture there. You know, that was different, put it like that. But yeah, my first day, I think I ended up going out that night too, but I had just traveled got in from that long travel. Yeah, so first day was kind of just getting situated, getting set up because I got there in that afternoon. I did go to a pop-up as well. Yeah, I'm gonna clip some of this stuff in here. I went to a pop-up. So yeah, that was my first kind of like half a day, a third of a day. But the next day, my first full day, I'm gonna go through like my phone and my images. So if you see me looking at my phone, I'm like getting talking points, you feel me? So, and I'm gonna clip some of this stuff in here.
I don't think they really ready for my wardrobe. I show up right before the store closed and blow the fee for my last 4 shows. I do one song and use 4 flows. She used to be a Christian before, and now all she wanna do is shop for Christian Dior clothes. Like, baby, those are cute, I adore those. Me and the salesman build a rapport so he understands the fact that I'm spending all.
So it's June 20th. I wake up in the morning. I, get myself together, get dressed, get fly. I'm filming, shoot my content before I head out. And the first thing I did was I went by F&K Studios, they were having a show. It was a guy from Layover. And I knew some people that were gonna be going there, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna swing by there. I went by that show. While I was like walking to get in the line, some dudes, they saw me in my outfit and they just stopped me. They were like, damn. They was like, bro, that's hard. Like, your fit is crazy. And they were like, I had the 17s on. I had used the briefcase as an accessory, so that was like drawing a lot of attention to me. And they were like, damn, that's the shoes came in it. And I'm like, yeah. And they was like, man, that's crazy. I was like, bro, can we get your socials? So I was like, yeah. So I ended up giving them my socials, and then we ended up just like standing in line talking. They just getting to know each other. And I ended up hanging out with them for a couple of days while I was out there. This trip made me realize how much fashion is a language, because based off my outfits, they were causing a lot of conversations for me with people that led to good things. And I don't have to do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, all I gotta do is be myself. So by me wearing what I wear and how I dress, and people taking a liking to it, that make people want to approach me. And then once people approach me, like, I'm gonna be myself. So I'm gonna be cool. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna have good conversation. It's kind of hard to explain, but I feel like y'all get me. But yeah, if that makes sense, let me know. Like, let me know in the comments if that makes sense. But yeah, I'm gonna make a whole nother video about how fashion is a language after this. So that event was cool. After that event, the guys that I met there, we just ended up like roaming around together. So we went to, I can't even tell you what parts of town we went to. We were just like all over Paris, taking photos. We went to dinner. We went to like an Italian spot that was real good. We went to a pop-up, and we met some other people who they knew, and we just all started like hanging with each other. And man, that was a cool day. Like, that was the first full day, and I really enjoyed that. Yeah, so at the pop-up that I went to, some guys came up to me. They was from Berlin, and they asked me, they was like, hey, we out here shooting a project. We love your look. Can we connect with you on social media? I gave them my social media, and they was like, hey, would you be down to be a part of this project that we came out here to shoot? And I just told them, like, send it to me. At the time, we were like in the street passing by, so I couldn't really just have like a full in-depth conversation about it. So I was just like, yo, send it to me. And yo, I probably, you know what I'm saying? I'm out here in Paris. Why not? I didn't really know what to expect. I'm gonna be honest. I ended up linking up with them
Story of the people.
and shooting what they wanted to shoot. We took some photos and we shot like a little film, a little video.
I'm Huey from Houston, Texas. I like to tell stories and express myself across different mediums. The medium I'm currently activating most is through fashion. I feel like, we all have something that's extraordinary within us, but we gotta discover what that is, and once we do, we make a decision if we wanna lean into it or not.
I randomly ran into those guys yesterday. They from Berlin, and they wanted to shoot me and ask me to be a part of something they was working on. And I just told them, like, yeah, I'll do it, why not? So I just did it outside of something that I normally do. I think that's the benefit of like coming out here, because you get to like really tap in with people from all over the world, especially coming around this time, because it's like a melting pot. And if you out here, you can get in the mix with a lot of people, and everybody go back home to their respective countries, cities, states. And now you got connections all over the world. So, and then when you continue to start going to places, times like this, traveling, you connect with those people, and then at some point you can visit where they from and build out there, collaborate, contribute out there. So that's like the overall goal. That's how you make the world small. And that was cool connecting with them. They really appreciated me. I was glad I did it. It came out cool as well. Yeah, this is the second day. This second day, what all did we do? Okay, I did that in the morning. Top of the morning. Top of the morning from where I'm at. And then after I finished that, I went by Paulin. That's the like famous furniture designer. And I've been seeing that stuff for years on social media, on the internet, and I've always been a huge fan. And I just told myself, like, bro, I'm going to Paris. I have to go by their showroom. I was like, once I finished shooting with them dudes, I was like, how far am I from there? And I wasn't too far, so I was like, oh yeah. I jumped on the train, went over there. Perfect timing, bro. Like, soon as I got on the street and was walking to the door, they came out the door and were locking the door as I'm walking up to the door. So I'm like, yo, I'm trying to view the showroom. She was like,
I got you. Like, she ended up being the lady who allows people to view it, and she was like, you know, I got you. Come back Monday, and I'm gonna let you view the showroom and let you come through the house and all of that stuff. So I was like, dang, that's fire. After I left there, I think, I linked with the homies at a show. Really wasn't familiar with the brands. It was called Shunzio. I hope I'm not saying it wrong.
This video in here is clean. So you know.
So we got to that show. It was cool. Like, going to that show, the way I was dressed that day, that made so many people was like coming to me, like wanting to take pictures with me, take pictures of me, like recording me, everything. Like, that outfit I wore that day was causing so much attention. Like, even the dudes who I was hanging with, they was like, bro, we was trying to walk through the street and they're like, bro, every time somebody stopping you, because we'll be walking and it's 3 or 4 of us. And then next thing you know, I'm staying behind, and they like keep walking because somebody done stopped me to have a conversation with me. And then so it just became funny. After we left there, we went by Basket Case Gallery. They were releasing some New Balance collaboration with them, and I wanted to go to that. They told me about it. They were cool with the owner and everything. And I was like, let's go. Like, I'm familiar with Basket Case Gallery. Bro, I think it's amazing how you could see people start on their journey and get to where they're going. And, you know, just a testament of like what it could be like if you just don't quit. Because the dude, Zach, I met him in 2018, I believe, at Complex Con in Long Beach, California. And he was kind of like just getting started. I'm just getting started around the time, like really figuring it out. And it was what he was doing at the time. He was like taking Dickies and like, I guess like painting on them, stenciling on them. And just to see where he at now is like a beautiful thing to see. So, you know, shout outs to them and him and like everything they doing over there. Like, they really have built something special. But yeah, after that event, we ended up going to, I met some, like, I'm walking outside their event, and we're like headed somewhere else. And I'm walking out, like, I got so much like anxiety, PTSD. My awareness just kind of like always up. We walking, and I just feel like somebody's behind me. So I just stop and I turn around, and it's a dude, and he's like recording me. And like, when I turn around, I caught him, and he was like, "Yo, I'm sorry, bro." And I was just like, "Nah, bro, it's good. I understand it." Like, I got a blazer on that got like a big image of my brother printed on the back of it, so it's definitely like intriguing. So I was like, "Nah, bro, it's cool. I get it." And I just introduced myself to him, dabbed him up, and then I was like, "You could take a picture of it." So I just like stopped to let him take his picture. And then so he started taking his pictures, and then we just dabbed up, and he was walking off. As he walking off, I see the back of his blazer, and it said, "The gang is beautiful." And I was like, "Bro, your stuff is fire." I was like, "Let's flick up." So we ended up flicking up together or whatever, and we connected on social media. And yeah, that was cool. He's a good dude. So leaving there, kind of going through the city, it was funny. We met like these young kids, like walking through the city. And that day they had like, I don't really know, I don't want to butcher it, but it was kind of like a music festival type thing going on. So Paris was turned. It's block parties on every corner, people playing music everywhere, and it's like, it's just lit. So we walking, strolling through, and it was like some young guys, they seen us and just ran up to us, and they were just hyped. They wanted to take pictures with us and everything. So we took a bunch of pictures with all those young dudes. They've been writing me on like social media and stuff too. They was cool though. And we ended up going to Soho House that night. I got a chance to chop it up with Joe Fresh Goods at Soho House in Paris. That was cool. I ended up getting to the hotel at like 6 a.m. So Saturday come, shout out to the homies. I'm not gonna spill everything, but they got me into the Kids Super Show. They know who they are. Super love with them. Just genuine, bro. And just to kind of keep a long story short, it don't matter how long you knew people. You could have known some people your whole entire life, and some people you just met a year ago, and they'll be willing to, go to bat for you. They'll be willing to do a lot for you. So honor those relationships, when you got genuine people like that. But yeah, I ended up like getting invited to Kids Super Show, and that was an experience in itself. Everybody was there, like everybody and their mama was there. I'm not even gonna go down trying to name all the celebrities, rappers, actors who were there, but it was a lot of people there. And he been doing his shows and like his last couple shows in theaters, and he been like leaning into that, which I think is cool, and it's something like refreshing. It's something just like a different take on something so traditional as a fashion show. Getting a chance to go to that was like, I didn't go to all the shows, but I did see a lot of the shows like online. But I could probably say that was the best show, if not one of, but the best shows at Paris Fashion Week.
I went in Paris for months, so before they could get. Fresh off the jet, just landed soon was Ramadan. Brothers loving me, keep a bad Ramadan. I brought the spec, that's the moon. I'm a 30 22 from the. Shit, no, I'm all about me, like me. Shit, no, I'm all about me. I got my clothes. Don't sleep until all the time, make my heart hot. Blue please with my bad, but these hard, these don't start to let you do the next. Lazy, but it don't eat, I'm still trying to be.
Big time. Thank you guys so much.
For me, like, it was a lot of theatrical stuff done, and sometimes brands can like, the theatrical stuff could overshadow the actual clothes and the styling, and was the clothes actually good? Was the show actually good? Or were we just blown away by all this theatrical shit? So for me, like, I think the best thing about his show was it was the theatrical stuff, but the clothes were really good and the styling was really good, and that was something I was noticing from every person that walked out, every model. I enjoy stuff that is clear. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know how you kind of like go, you kind of see stuff sometimes and it just doesn't resonate, and you be kind of like, bro, what was that? This, it just made sense when he had like the hands controlling the people. Like, that resonated in my head in so many ways. You know, like, that was how like what's controlling us. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's our thoughts, whether it's the, you know, it's the internet, whatever it is about just being controlled by, you know, things that, you know what I'm saying? Just something like that. I don't want to get too deep into it, but it just resonated with me. So that was a really good experience. I was glad that I got to go to that because it was inspiring. After Kid Super, I ended up going like to dinner myself. You know, I had dinner myself. Sometimes I don't know, like I be needing to like recharge when I be around like a lot of people. I be like, bro, I'm drained, like energy wise. I need to go like be by myself and like recharge. That's just how I be sometimes, to be honest. So I went and took myself out to eat by myself, and yeah, I was like called my mom's, chopped it over my mom's, got a chance to like check in with her, talk to my brother. It was his birthday, and it was funny like how I had no plans of going to the Kid Super show either. And I just bought a Kid Super shirt before I went out to Paris for the first time ever. That was my first Kid Super piece. And I just bought it because I thought the shirt was fire, but it matched the shoes I was gonna get. So that was dope. Seeing how I ended up getting invited to that show while I was there, and I had planned on wearing Kid Super that Saturday. I had my outfits like lined up, so I was like, yeah, this nothing but God. I'm gonna be honest, I was ready to go after like 24 hours there, and not like ready to go like things weren't going well. I was just so ready to get back to the house and just work. Like, I'm like, nah, like I'm ready to drop. I'm ready to press out the new designs. I'm ready to shoot stuff. I'm ready to have the events I need to have. Like, I was just ready to go. So when I say I was ready to like leave, it was because I was so inspired. Like, I was enjoying myself for sure, but I was like, nah, it's time to go to work. Going out there and just being able to see stuff done, just people really doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, going to Paris Fashion Week, that's probably the highest level you could say, right? Like, that's all the biggest brands in the world, and people are coming from all over the world. So being able to just see it really be being done in a real way, and seeing where the bar is, and like, okay, for me, I'm like, nah, like this where I need to exist. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where I need to exist. So if this is where I need to exist, I got work to do. So I'm ready to go to the house and like get to it. Yeah, so that's just, I was inspired. But I'm gonna kind of wrap up that day. That was Saturday. Next day, Sunday. This Sunday, I told myself I was just gonna go by the showrooms I wanted to go by. I wanted to go to 424 showroom. It's a guy from Paris. He's a Paris designer. His name Anthony, doing some beautiful things. Glass Cypress, that's a brand from Houston as well, my hometown. So I wanted to go support them, pull up at their showroom. Seven Store, the brand out of London, they were having an event, so I was gonna go by there. That's how my Sunday was gonna go. First, I went to 424, bro. Quick backstory on 424, man. Shout out to 424. Shout out to Guillermo, bro. That brand changed my life. When I first got into this and I started designing, I'm not gonna try to make the story too long, but just know I went to LA, my first time going to LA, and I went into 424, and I said, nah, this is the level I want to do this stuff. Like, this is the stuff that I want to make. Like, I don't want to do printed up hoodies. I want to be able to make stuff at this level, cut and sew garments, and that changed my life forever. I came back home and I was like, bro, I'm about to figure this out. I'm in Houston. I don't have no manufacturers around here, but I'm gonna figure this out, and I'm not gonna make anything else until I figure that out. So I started making clothes for like 2 years, being honest. And yeah, 424, they definitely inspired that. And I got a chance to tell Guillermo that too. And I was happy for that because, bro, like, I'm doing what I'm doing, right? We all in the same lane to a certain degree. But I don't have no problem telling nobody else. If they stuff inspired me and I feel like it's good, I don't have no problem telling that person. Because I know who I am, and what they doing, even if it's at a high level or whatever, it don't interfere with what I'm doing. Because I'm in my own lane, just like they in their own lane. So a lot of people, they feel like they can't compliment other designers or wear other stuff or even just support other stuff or openly support it, like, because or openly say that they been inspired by that. Like, for me, if you inspire me, I'm going to tell you. And also, I'm going to make sure I tell you because I'm not inspired by a lot of stuff. It take a lot to move me. So if something actually moved me, I know it's really good. But yeah, I got a chance to chop it up with Guillermo at his showroom and tell him that. And yeah, by me just being genuine and telling him, I'm from Houston, I'm a designer, and all that as well, and just getting like that made him like, bro, let me follow you. And he followed me on the gram, and we just connect. And like I got a chance to like go around his showroom. He had me trying on a lot of stuff, looking at all the sneakers, bro, the footwear they got coming. I'm gonna post some of it, but like, damn, that shit is so good, bro. Like, the great thing about that experience is because while I was in his showroom, there were a bunch of buyers in there who were like, placing orders for his collection and all of that for the next season. And being able to see that experience was cool because I was like, dang, this is what it looks like. So I'm super appreciative of him allowing me to see that. When I left there, I went by Glass Cypress. Wanted to check out them. Shout out to the homie Adrian over at Glass Cypress. They doing some amazing things, so y'all check them out as well. They from Houston, and I didn't really even get much footage from their showroom because we were like talking so much. Good conversation though. We were just talking through the whole entire collection and just just all what this takes and like the ups and downs of it and like just all of it. We was talking about so much. We damn near talked for probably like 45 minutes. After that, I ended up going by Anthony Calidon. I hope I ain't saying his last name wrong, but yeah, I discovered his brand a little while ago, and I just followed him. I felt like what he's doing is like really good, and I knew that he was based in Paris, so I was like, okay, I was like, if he has something in Paris while I'm out there, I'm gonna swing by. So I seen him post his showroom. So I ended up pulling up on him. I'm like, bro, I'm genuine. It take a lot to move me. I don't like a lot. With my taste level, if I like some stuff, it's good, So I went by his showroom, got a chance to meet with him and chopped it up with him for a while. Like, I was there for a long time. Met some other people there. It was all good vibes. Some people from Nigeria, from Lagos. So that was cool. Got a chance to like go through his collection and talk to him about, because we kind of like in similar places. He was good energy. And, we connected, and that's somebody who, like, when I go to Paris, like, I'll be, like, visiting. After I left there, we ended up going to the 7th event. That was cool, I really love what they're doing at 7. I feel like they're building something amazing. Yeah, Sunday was my last night there, so I finally got a chance to be a tourist. So after that, we wanted to go to the Eiffel Tower because I hadn't seen it the whole week I was there. So Sunday night we go to the Eiffel Tower. We go our separate ways. I catch dinner at a restaurant right there, and yeah, we all say our farewells. Yeah, I went back to the hotel the next day, Monday. I was heading out, but I'm gonna wrap up like talking about the trip and kind of just talk about how I feel. You know, coming back from Paris, I left a lot of stuff out. Even though I'm thinking about it now, so when I was in Paris, somebody came to me on the street, and the way I was dressed, it was the first full day I was there, and he was like, "Bro, where you from?" And I was like, "I'm from Houston." And he was like, "Yeah." He just liked my outfit. It was the day I had the 17s on with the briefcase, and he was like, "I hear how you talk." And he was like, "You sound like you're from Texas." He was like, "But you don't dress like it." And I just kind of like laughed a little bit. And then I was like, "Oh, that's funny." And then he was like, how do people in Houston back home perceive you? Like, how do they, like, you dressing like this, how do they respond to you back home? And I was like, bro, it's really like I just thought about it and I was like, kind of like a backwards compliment, you know, like that. I like it for you. I like, oh yeah, I like that on you. I wouldn't do it, but it looked good on you type shit. And then he was like, yeah, I figured. And it just made me think, because this is like a random dude, he don't know me, you know, and it made him want to ask me that. And that just made me know how crucial it is to get out your environment, you know, because I'm super like confident, I'm super all of that. But a lot of people, probably like the average person, they won't be able to really be themselves in an environment where it's not really like supportive, or it's not really like the norm, or it's not really like accepted, put it like that. But me, I'm gonna be myself and do my thing no matter what, anywhere I go, wherever I go, at all times. It made me think about how much of our environment has an impact on us, and how important it is to get out your environment. Because I get out my environment, I go to Paris, and it's like everybody here gets me. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm standing out because I'm always stand out, but it's resonating with people. It's like people seeing me like, yeah, like you one of the ones, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you got it. And not saying people back home don't know that, because people back home for sure know that too. It's just a different level of appreciation that people have for it when you go to a place where they doing it at the highest levels. And I'm moving around right now, and I'm just working, pushing out new clothes, drops, shooting content, building, and just being consistent, you know? Like, I'm just doing whatever I feel like God called me to do and pushing me to do. And speaking to me, I'm just listening. But yeah, Paris was amazing, bro. Like, I really enjoyed myself. You can't really wait on nobody. You just gotta go, man. Sometimes you just gotta go. And, you know, that was a big deal for me, traveling to another country by myself. But it was the best decision that I could have made. I'm looking forward to doing more traveling by myself. And yeah, like, I'm gonna be wherever I'm supposed to be. Shout out to everybody I met in Paris, all the people from different countries that I met. Like, I really enjoyed myself in Paris for sure. And y'all be lying, the French people was nice, so don't believe that. But yeah, it's my Paris recap. Appreciate you if you stood through and watched the whole time. Yeah, I'm gonna be consistent on this YouTube stuff. I'm gonna give y'all a lot of content. So like, share, subscribe, all of that. Follow me on this journey. Tap in with me on social media. And it's love. See y'all in the next video.